hopefully. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah.
Wore her out. Said she will be here. Okay.
Was it 7? 70%. 70%. All right. Well, we'll see. We may not have a minyan this evening. We'll see if Joy and boy, what's her friend's name? You know, the two women sit over there, Joy and is Eleanor? Eleanor? Sally, is it Joy and Eleanor who are who Sunny?
Sunny is one of them.
Sunny. Why did I think Eleanor? Oh yeah. So was there an Eleanor? Has there been an Eleanor here? I know. Me too. Me too. It's yeah. All right. They sometimes come a little late. I think they're away. Oh yeah, they're away. They're away. Right. But they're up north. Oh, there we go. Okay, so yeah. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, Joy. Shabbat shalom, Sunny. Okay. Lai 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 This is a melody I've been trying to remember for over a year. I learned it in Jerusalem at a place called Yakar, and the rabbi's name I don't remember yet, but that's a melody for Yedid Nefesh. So I'm gonna sing it just as a melody a few times, and when you start catching on, just join in, and then when I feel like we've got some momentum, then we'll begin with words. And so first it helps to listen to something new once, and then to sing along once, and then we'll do the words. And you'll see there's sort of like two different parts. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Just listening the first time. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Let's try that together. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. La 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 la. That sounds good. Okay. So it goes, and then it continues. So we'll do that again, and then we'll see how it kind of shifts into another. Yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la. That's part one. Yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la, yai la la yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la. La 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 la. So that's kind of the whole thing together. So let's just jump in. Yedi nefesh avharachaman mishohavdach eretzonach yahutzavdach kemo ayal yishachaveh mula כי ירב לו ידידותך מנופת סוף וחותם הדור נאה זיו העולם נפשי חולת אהבתך אנא אליו רפאנה לה והוד לה נעזיבך אז תתחזק ותתרפא והייתה לך שפעת עולם ותקיימו רחמך בחוסנה הבן אוהבך כי זה כמה מסוף נחשף ליהו בתפארת עוזך מנה אלי מחמא ליבי ושנה ואל תתעלם יגאלנה ופרוס חביב עלי את סוכת שלומך תהי ארץ מכבודך נגילה ונשמחה בך מהר אהוב כי במועד וכונני כי מעולם לי Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya da da dee da 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 bum bum bum. The air of Shabbos, the clouds of Shabbos. I spoke once, maybe a year ago, or maybe closer to 2 years ago, about the clouds of Shabbos. There's a teaching, a story actually. I think it's the Rimanover Rebbe. It's one of the Rebbes that starts with the letter R. So maybe the Rimanover or the Rijner Rebbe. And he talked about the clouds of Shabbos because there's one of the Psalms that talks about Aaron and Samuel and Moses enter the experience of the divine. So the Rijner Rebbe, his pipe right before Shabbat, and right before it was to come in, he would put his pipe down, and in some way he was reenacting the incense offering. A lot of Rebbes not recommending pipe smoking to anybody, but back in the day when people smoked pipes, it was it had a pleasing fragrance to some. And so that was his way of remembering, reminding, and also noticing the clouds of Shabbat. He talked about the clouds of Shabbat are different. As the sun is setting, the clouds are rolling in. To see the change, to feel the change, something subtle happens if we're open to it. So let's continue on page 11. Let us go and sing to Adonai. Let us trumpet praise to our protector. Filled with thanks, let us greet God, raising our voice in song.
Praise Adonai, greater sun than all others. God's hands form the earth. That's true, our God's work. He is God's, for God made it. Dry land was fashioned by God's hand.
Come then, let us bow and kneel. Let us bend our knees in the presence of Adonai who formed us. For Adonai is our God. We are God's flock, sheep in God's caring hands.
Only you would listen today to God's voice, and not become partial by the people of miracles. With that plan of my son, together and the ancestors try you and tested you. They had seen what I have.
For 40 years, I was troubled by that generation, and I said, these are people whose hearts have gone astray. They do not know my way. So in anger, I swore they would not enter my rest. 40 shana kut bedor va'omaram tvei levavheim v'heim lo yadu derachai asher nishbati v'api imevon amanuchati Shiru ladonai shichadash Shiru ladonai kol haaretz Shiru ladonai baruch shemo Asu me'om le'yom Yeshuato Sabru v'goyim kevodo B'chol ha'amim neflotav Ki gadol Adonai Omol al mehod Norahu Al kol Elohim Ki kol Elohei hamim elili Adonai shamayim asap Hod v'hadar lefanav Oz v'tiferet v'migdasho Avol Adonai mishpachot amim Avol Adonai kavod va'oz Avol Adonai Kevod Shemo Suhu Mincha Uvo Lechatzrotav Ishakavu Ladonai Mihadra Kodesh Kilu Mipanav Kol Haaretz Imru Vagoyim Adonai Malach Avdi Kontevel Baltimot Yadina mim beme sharim yismechu hashamayim v'tagel haaretz yiram hayam hom lo yalo sadai v'chol asher bo haziranu kol atzeyar Bifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz yishpot tevel v'tzedek ve'hamim ve'emunato yalai la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Let's continue now on page 15. Adonai malach tagel haaretz yismechu im rabim. Adonai reigns, let the earth be glad. The many distant lands rejoice.
Clouds and thick darkness surround the divine. Righteousness and justice secure God's throne. Prayer goes before God.
Flashes of lightning illumine the land. The earth watches and trembles. Mountains melt like wax at the approach of Adonai.
at the approach of the Master of all the earth.
God's righteousness. Worshippers of idols be ashamed or praising over this means of things. Bow before God.
Zion hears of it and rejoices. The cities of Judah exult as you, Adonai, pass judgment.
You, Adonai, are above all. Also over all who
Those who love Adonai hate evil. God protects the lives of the faithful, saving them from the hands of the sinful.
righteous sown for the righteous, and joy for the upright. Rejoice in Adonai, you righteous people. Thank God as you pronounce his name.
Ave Adonai sinura shomen avshod hasidav miad reshaim yatzileim or zaru ala tzadik rish velev simcha simchu tzadikim badonai behodu lezecher kadsho. Page 17, Mizmor Shiro ladonai shechadash Kineflahot hasa Oshia lo yemino Uzroa kadusho aha Hodia Adonai Yeshuato Ene agoim gilat tzidkato Zahor hazov emonato Devet Israel kol havsei haaretz et Yeshuat Eloheinu Oriu l'Adonai kol haaretz Yitzvu v'rananu v'zameru zamru l'Adonai v'chiyinor v'chino v'kol zimra b'chatzot tzrot v'kol shofar Ariu lifnei HaMelech Adonai Yichamayam Omlo Tevel v'yoshveva Nehaot Yimcha Ochaf Yachad Harim Yeranenu lifnei Adonai Kiva Rizvot haaretz Ishmat teve betzedek ve'amim ve'esharim. Continue now on page 19. Adonai malach yegzu amim yoshev kruvim tanu taretz. Adonai reigns, nations tremble. The one enthroned amidst the cherubim makes the world quake.
Adonai is great in Zion above all nations. Now join him and sing, God, free, holy one.
The sovereign strength lies in the love of justice, and you forged the paths of truth, judging Jacob righteously and justly. Moses and Aaron among God's priests, and Samuel among those who called upon the divine name, called to you, and you answered them.
You spoke to them from the midst of the cloud. They kept the covenant and the law you gave them. You answered them, you were forgiving judge to them, even as you punished them for their transgression.
Exalt Adonai our God and bow down at God's holy mountain, for Adonai our God is holy. Romamu Adonai Eloheinu v'shakavu lahar kodsho ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. We rise for Psalm 29. Mizmor leDavid Havol Adonai b'nei Elim Havol Adonai Kavod va'oz Havol Adonai Kevod Shemo Havol Adonai B'hadrat Kodesh Kol Adonai Alam Hayim El Kavod Yirim Adonai Am Hayim Rabim Kol Adonai HaKohach. Kol Adonai behadar, Kol Adonai shove harazim, Vayishaber Adonai et azeh halavanon, Vayarkidem kemo egel, Levanon vesirion, kemo ven reimim, Kol Adonai Kosev lahavotesh. Kol Adonai Yachil Midbar, Yachil Adonai Midbar Kodesh. Kol Adonai Yechal Ayalot, Vayechezov Yehot. Uv Heichalo, Kulo Omer Kavod. Adonai lamabu yashav, Vayeshev Adonai melech leolam. Adonai oz li'amo yiten. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. You may be seated. Anabacha gidulat yimincha tatitzucha 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 tahaberina tamcha sagvenu taharenu nora taharenu nora taharenu nora nahagibor dorshe yuchudcha kivavad shomreim Vavot Shomreim, Kivavot Shomreim, Barachim Taharim, Rachamim Tzidkotecha, Tamid Gomleim, Tamid Gomleim, Tamid Gomleim, Chasin Kadosh, Berov Tuvecha, Nahel Adatecha, Nahel Adatecha, Nahel Adatecha, Yachid Ge'eh, Lamcha Peneh, Zochre Kedushatecha, Zochre Kedushatecha, Zochre Kedushatecha, Shabbatenu Kabel, Ushmat Akatenu, Yodea Talmud, Yodea Talmud, Yodea Talmud, Baruch Shem Kavod, Malchuto Le'olam Voed. If you would, may your mighty right hand undo the knot that ties us up.
Prayers for the people, you who are revered, raise us up.
Almighty, if you would, guard as the apple of your eye those who seek your unity.
Bless them, cleanse them, have compassion on them.
Mighty Holy One, in your abundant goodness, guide your people.
Lord exalted, turn to your people who invoke your holy.
Listen to our pleas, hear our cries, knowing the hidden depths within us, knowing the hidden depths within us, knowing the hidden depths within us. Continue with Lechadodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat mikabela. Lechadodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat mikabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad. Ishmiyanu el ha'meyuchad Adonai echad. Ushemo echad l'shem u'tiferet v'letilo. Lechadodi likra kala, p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi likra kala, p'nei Shabbat nekabela. V'hikrat Shabbat lechu v'nelecha, ki hi mekor habracha, v'hirosh mikedem nesucha, sov ma'aseh Shabbat chilo. Lecha dodi likra kala, p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likra kala, p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Mikdash melech emelucha, ומצהי מתוך ההפכה, רב לשבת בעמק הבכה, והוא יחמל עליכם לו. לך דודי לקרא כלה, הנה שבה נקבלה. לך דודי לקרא כלה, הנה שבה נקבלה. התנערי מעפר קומי, לבשי בגדי תפארתך מי, היד בן ישי בית הלחמי, קרבה אל נפשי גאלה. לך דודי לקרא כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקרא כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורי קומי אורי, אורי אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקרא כלה, הנה שבה נקבלה. לך דודי לקרא כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. לא תבושי ולא תקלמי, מה תשתוכחי ומה תהמי, מה יחסו עניי עמי, ונבנתה עיר אל תילה. לך דודי לקרא כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקרא כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. והיו למשיסה שובוסייך, ורחקו כה מבלייך, יסיס עלייך אלוהייך, כמשוש חתן כלה. לך דודי לקרא כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקרא כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. ימין ושמאל תפרוצי, ואת אדוני תריצי. היד איש בהן פרצי, ונשמחה ונגילה. לך דודי לקרא כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקרא כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בלב, גם בשמחה ובצהלה. תוך אמונה עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקרא כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקרא כלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. We're now on page 27. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, לזמר לשבח עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות. It is good to thank you, Adonai, and sing to your name most high, to proclaim your love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night. You glad me with your deeds, Adonai, and I shall sing of your handiwork. The arrogant do not understand, the fool does not comprehend this. The wicked flourish like grass, and every evildoer blossoms, only to be destroyed forever. Surely your enemies, Adonai, surely your enemies will perish, will be scattered.
The wild bull raises up its horn. You raise like a high, anointed it.
As my enemies gather against me, my gaze remains steady, for my ears listen and hear.
The righteous flourish like the date palm, thrive like the secret fruit in Lebanon, planted in the house of Adonai. They flourish.
In old age, they remain fruitful, still fresh and bountiful, proclaiming Adonai is upright, my rock in whom there is no flaw. Tzadik katamar yifrach ehez balvonon his keshet olim beveit Adonai behasrot Eloheinu Yafrihu od yenovon besevam Ishenim v'hananim Heyo lehagid Yashar Adonai Suri velo havlatam home. Page 29. Adonai malach geut lavesh Adonai oz hitazar avtikon tevel baltimot. Adonai is sovereign, robed in splendor, girded in strength. The earth stands firm, not to be dislodged. From earliest times you were enthroned, you are eternal.
Rivers rise up, Adonai. Rivers raise up the roar. Rivers raise up the wave. All the roar of the vast sea and the majestic breakers of the ocean, Adonai stands supreme in the heavens.
In your house, beautiful in its holiness, your testimonies endure, Adonai, for all time. Mikolod ma'im rabim adirim b'spreyam adirir b'marom Adonai. Eidotecha nemenu meod leveitecha nava kodesh Adonai leorech yamim. If you are in mourning or observing a yard site, you will find Mourner's Kaddish on page 30. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah. Bialma divra chirute v'yamlich machute b'chayechon uvyomechon u'v'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mavarach le'olam alamei almayo. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpoar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shmei d'kudusha b'richu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran ba'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shamaya v'chayim aleinu v'kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'kol Yisrael v'imru amen. And in just a moment, we will rise for the Baruch Hu, and it's on 39a. Please rise. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamavorach. Baruch Adonai Hamavorach le'olam voed. Please be seated. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro mariv harafim v'chokhmah pater sharim ובתבונה משנה עתים ומחליף את הזמנים ומסדר את הכוכבים ומשמרתם בקיר כרצונו. Sovereign of time and space, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in the place in the sky, who creates day and night, holds light before
Makes day pass into night, which distinguishes day from night. When right Oath is your name, living and ever-present God, may your rule be with us forever and ever. Adonai, who brings each evening.
בורא יום ולילה, כולנו מפני חושך, וחושך מפני אור, ומעביר יום, מביא לילה, מבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב הרבים. Continue now on page 40. אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת תורה ומצוות חוקים ומשפטים אותנו למדת על כן אדוני אלוהינו שוכבנו וקומנו נשיח בחוקיך נשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ויארך ימינו ויארך ימינו ובהם נהגה יומם ולילה. טובתך אתה שים ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, ושבתך בביתך ובלתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לו תותפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזור ביתך ובשעריך. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Continue now on page 43b. We'll read it responsively in English. You proclaimed this covenant on the seventh day.
We declared it and decreed it. We listened and heard it.
You loved this day we inherited, delighting in its remembrance.
And began to command with the words, remember, for.
From the time you bestowed it, joy filled the hearts of Yeshurun, the people you redeemed.
Surely your cause, all right?
You exalted Shabbat as a sign between us forever. In 6 days your world was formed. On the seventh day you rested.
And on this day Israel
To honor this day, on this day Israel, to honor your name, they sing songs of praise to the one deserving of praise. Continue on page 44. U'malchuto b'altu kibel aleihem Moshe Miriam uvnei Israel lechanu shira b'simcha rabba yamru kulam mi chamocha go'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh Dora tilot osef eleh achutcha uvonecha v'kayam Zeli anu v'amruhu Adonai yimloch le'olam v'oed v'nemar Fada Adonai et Yaakov, Gulo miad chazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael. We're now on page 45. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'amidenu malkeinu l'chaim, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecho, v'taknedu b'tzatova milfonecho, v'oshenu l'man shemecho. Allow us, Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign.
And over us with penalty of these. Restore us with your good counsel. Save us. For the sake of your name.
Yagin who shield us, shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are compassionate, merciful. You are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate.
You are going and coming to life now
Ushmort seitenu v'enu l'chaim l'shalom yatav yad olam ufchos aleinu sukat shalomecho baruch atah Adonai hapores sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. And we turn to page 46 and we rise for Vishamru. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורות הברית העולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת וינפש יקדש ויקדש שמי רבו ויאמר דברי חירותי וימליך מלכותי וחייכון וביומכון ובחייך בית ישראל עגלה בזמן קריב אמרו אמן יהי שמי רבו מברך עולם עולמי עלמיו יפרח וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשא בריחו לעילא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה גם אחד בעמו ואמרו אמן. And we remain standing for the Vayuchulu, page 53. Vayuchulu hashamayim v'haaretz v'chol tzvaham vayachol Elohim bayom hashvi'i l'alta asher asa vayishbot bayom hashvi'i v'yikom l'alta asher asa yivarech Elohim et yom hashvi'i v'kadesh oto kivo shavat mikom l'alto asher bara Elohim la'asot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov El Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Kodesh Shamayim V'Aretz Magin Avot Bidvaro V'Chaye Metim B'Mamaro Ohel HaKadosh Kamohu Hameach Le'amohu B'Yom Shabbat Kodsho Kiva ratza le'aniach lahem, Kiva ratza le'aniach lahem, Vanav navod b'yava fachad, Noteh lishmo b'cho yom tamid, Ein habrachot el ha'odot, Adon ha'shalom, Nigadesh ha'shabbat mevrech shavihi, Melech Medusha, Lamadush Neoneg, Zecher, Namase, Vereshid Elheinu, Avotenu, Rehetzeve Menuchatenu, Adarshenu Vizvotecha, Vitencha Kenu Toratecha, Sabeinu Mituvecha, Vesamechenu Vishvatecha, Vetahir Libenu Leovdecha Be'emet, V'hanchilenu Adonai Eloheinu, Lava Ovratson, Shabbat Kochecha, V'nuchuvo Yisrael Mekache Shemecho, Baruch atah Adonai, Mikadesh HaShabbat, Yitkadal v'yitkadash Shmei Rabba, Yamad Divrach Yirtei v'yamlich Malchutei, B'chayechon v'yamechon, B'chayedecha Beit Yisrael, V'agalav Yizman Kariv Imru Amen, Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach, V'alam Alalmei Almayom, Yitparach, Yishtabach, Vitpoar, Vitroma, Vitnase, Vitadar, Vitalev, Talal, Shmei Kudusha Brichu, Leila, Min Koberchata, Vishirata, Tushbechata, V'nechemata, Damiran, Be'amo, Viru, Amen. Tidkalel, Sod, Hon, Vatahon, Necho Yisrael, Kadam, Avahon, Divishmaya, Vimru, Amen. Yehesh, Lama, Rabba, Min Shemaya, V'chaim Alenu, V'kois, Vimru, Amen. Oseh Shalom, Bimramav, Hu Yaseh Shalom. Alenu, V'kol Yisrael, V'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Bimru, Amen. Savri. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav ratzavanu b'shabbat kodsho ba'ahavav ratzon inhilanu zikaron ma'aseh v'reishit kihu yom techila lemikrai kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim Ivano v'acharto yotanu kidasha ikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha v'ahava uratzon hinkatanu Baruch atah Adonai mikadesh haShabbat. Okay. Shabbat Shalom. So this week we began a new book in the Torah, Vayikra, also known as Torat Kohanim, instructions for the priests, for the Kohanim and the Leviim. That's why it's called Leviticus in Greek. But this first word is a very important word, Vayikra, Vayikra. And it's there are certain letters in the Torah that are bigger than usual. Some are smaller than usual. In this case, the Aleph of Vayikra is smaller. It's tiny, actually. So Vayikra means and he called. And he called. And God called, right? God called to Moshe. And there's been a lot made of this little aleph. One interpretation is that it connotes Moses' humility, his humbleness. Another teaching on this little aleph, and this is from, I think it's from the Zohar, that the little aleph represents the Shekhinah. The Shekhinah, God's indwelling presence, the feminine aspect of the divine that is in exile, tiny because it's in exile. So because we are still in exile, that little aleph is accompanying us. And so too, in the Midbar for 40 years, they were betwixt and between, right? They were no longer enslaved, but they weren't home. So they're in a state of exile for that 4 years, 40 years. That really speaks to us now. I just want to read a little something from Rabbi Art Green, and this was on a teaching from the Noam Elimelech. So the verse begins with he called to Moshe. This is the Noam Elimelech now. The verse begins with he called to Moshe, implying that she, the Shekhinah, the miniature aleph, called out to Moshe. But following that initial call, Moshe turned to the service of the Creator with all his power, sanctified himself greatly, and achieved the rung of Yud He Vav He spoke to him. Because the verse begins, Vayikra, I should really have the words in front of me, but I don't. It begins Vayikra el Moshe, and then it continues Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe lemor. So it goes from this place of constriction to expansion. Of the Yud He Vav He. And this is what Rabbi Art Green says. The voice that called to Moshe was that of Shekhinah in the form of the little aleph. When she is out of place or in exile, as she is in our world as well, she takes the form of that little aleph, that still small voice. Here, as Moses enters the sanctuary for the first time, he has to go through the gradual stages that he did, like he did at the burning bush. First, he saw the miracle of the bush aflame. Once he paid attention to that, the angel appeared to him, and only afterwards did Yud He Vav He speak to him. At Sinai also, we read that Moses went up to Elohim, which equals the Shekhinah, and then Yud He Vav He spoke to him. And so too, as we enter into our own Mishkan, step by step. So just as the Mishkan was a physical construct in space, Shabbat is a sanctuary in time, and the journey that we're on in our own individual and collective midbar, wandering through the wilderness of our lives, so too we are invited to go step by step to enter into the inmost place of our Holy of Holies, which is right here in our hearts. Shabbat Shalom. So we will now, let's take a moment to bring to mind our friends and relatives and others who are in need of healing. And we'll sing the healing prayer together. Misheberach avotenu mikor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mikor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We rise for Aleinu, age 56. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'atei gdula liotze bereshit, shelo asanu k'guyei haratzot, v'lo zamanu k'mishbechot ha'adama, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו כחמונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד ארץ, ומוזב יגרום השמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים. הו אלוהינו, אין עוד אמת מלכנו וזולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, ידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, הארץ ועל הארץ היא תחת עינו. כי המלכות שלך היא עולמי תמלוך בכבוד, ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך עולם ועד. נאמר, היה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, יום ההוא ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, שמו ושמו אחד. If you are observing a yard site or saying Kaddish for someone, remain standing, otherwise you may be seated. At this time, we remember the yard site of Marcia Friedman, Esther Tony's sister, Evelyn Dragov's sister, Estelle Cohen, Enid Cohen's mother, Marilyn Sills, Barbara Bennett's brother, Mendel Isaacson, Iris Silverman's mother, Dorothy Miller, Mark Friedman's mother, Matilda Friedman, Sheldon Cohen's grandmother, Ida, Gary Cohen's mother, Elaine, Leah Turner's father, William Leibovitz, as well as Arthur Least, Marilyn Ruth Rich, Benjamin Singer, Evelyn Schlossman, Clara Vision, Fanny Hochman, Ida Stein, Mildred Relkin, Robert Schwedick, Richard Weinberg, Edward Meyerson, Luba Goldman, Saul Zlochever, and Albert Goldberg, and any other names people would like to say at this time. If you were reciting Kaddish, it's on page 58. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah, Bialma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute, v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye decho beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mavarach le'olam alamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpoar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitale v'yithalal shmei kudusha brichu, Leila min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran ba'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shamaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav uyaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Shabbat shalom. Services tomorrow morning are at 9:30. If you are in need of a place for Seder, please speak to me at some point. And I'll see some of you tomorrow. And the rest of you, enjoy the rest of your Shabbat and rest well. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Okay, yes.
You asked me if I would bring wine.
Oh,
which
yeah.
I do have.
Okay,
The
thank you.
question is,
Yeah.
do you prefer that at room temperature or chilled?
If it's red,
It's red.
when then room temperature is fine. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.